Hey, Dan.
Hey, Nick.
What's up, Team Stairs? Oh, coffee on my laptop. What's up, Kathy? Jen? Kaylin and Luke, what's up, guys?
Morning, Fit Fam.
Family, I'm very sorry I didn't recognize you when I was coming out of the gardener's spot yesterday. I don't, with the masks on, you can't tell who anybody is.
Who couldn't you see?
So I saw Caitlin and Luke coming out of the gardener's spot yesterday, and I had no idea who it was.
Like I saw Mohammed at Home Depot apparently, but where he didn't say hi or whatnot. I was in my Wild West gear. This is bananas. Wow, what a turnout. Let's go. While we have like a minute or two, if anyone wants, I'm going to give an option for one stretch for a hamstring stretch. If you can grab a towel or like a rope or a belt. You don't have to. I'll give you body weight or 2 towels in the call. I forgot to post on that last night. Not a big deal if you don't have it. I'm going to go through the non-toweled version.
Oh, I didn't even look at the workout yet.
Oh, no, there was nothing posted. That's why I didn't put it on there, so I don't expect. If you have a sweatshirt, Kathy's swirling that up. Ashley, what's up, girl?
Morning.
Good morning. Hello.
Is that Landry? Is he at work?
Where's Chris?
You're right, Chris.
What's
I
up?
just missed the background.
I missed you.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I'm working.
That's
Just
awesome.
checking in.
I
You
love
creeping on us while we're stretching?
That's awesome. You can get a few of these in.
Are you making masks, Chris? That's what it looks
No,
like.
nope. I'm making motor big engine parts.
Oh, okay, that's a little different.
Yeah. So we can get played. All right. I think we're getting what the pizza. Let me processing it.
Kathy Jenkins? Where's Howie?
Here, buddy.
He's sleeping on the stove.
Of course.
All right. What's this there?
He doesn't want to be cold, even though our house is 70 degrees all the time.
I know. You're living in the tropics there, girl.
That's right. Working out yesterday was so hot in my house.
I need to come over because the person here who controls the heat, she keeps it at a solid 63.
Well, and I didn't realize how much warmer it is higher to the ceiling. On the step-ups, I'd stand up and I'm like, oh, hot.
All right. So let's get this.
Is a heat wave in the Mason household.
Oh, really?
Wave. I don't believe
That's
it.
what he keeps
Okay.
it. 58.
Pete, you got to keep it at least at 60. Come on.
We're good.
Jesse's going to get hypothermia if she doesn't already have it.
Let's get this party started. Hey, Heather. All right. So I'm going to I don't know. We're all pretty quiet today. If you find all right, Tiffany says I got to mute it. Sorry. Wah, wah, wah. I'm gonna.
Okay, Mom.
I know. Well, you can unmute yourself if you have something valuable to say if you want. All right. So we're just gonna do circle warm up. I have a concept. Trying to not. I know I don't need to bring something new every week, but I like to try. So all right, this week we're circle warm up. Just get the body going. Then from there, we're just gonna go through a group of stretches. Again, if you have a towel, great. If not, not a big deal. I didn't announce it. I still feel like the laptop's crooked. So give me just our 5 forward arm circles as I almost take up my light bulb, Tiffany says. And then
Somebody posted the workout fails, like home workout fails
I
on
saw
their
that.
group. It was hilarious.
and then backwards arm circles. So just
There was a light bulb involved in that.
yeah, I saw a few of those. The ones with the rubber bands on the feet and they hit in the
Yeah,
eyeballs.
some of them looked painful, and those weren't funny, but some of them were just silly.
People doing like seated shoulder presses and plastic chairs and then
Yeah.
falling backwards. Then back slappers. So do what Tiff and I do versus what I say. If we switch, what an awesome turnout for mobility. It means a lot. As I logged on, I'm like, maybe no one will log on for some reason. Look at this turnout. We're all buds. Up and down with the arm.
Start the video.
When I start with
Start the video.
how do I do that?
And then torso twists. All right. having a fun-filled day. Tiff's got some good swings going on there. I just finished building out a closet. Very proud of myself.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's kind of like a built-in, but it was made with like plywood. But with paint, it looks nice. So some hip circles.
Well, that's how built-ins start. Like that's.
I guess. I didn't realize Tiff and I matched so much. Green sweatshirt team. Other direction.
At least you're not wearing the same sweatshirt because that happens a lot too.
Yeah, it does. All right, and then from there, hands on the floor, hands to the sky. Nice big stretch of the hamstrings. And a nice big reach. And then do that 3 or 4 times. Just getting the. Anyone, again, you guys should go watch that fuzz video that I put online called on our members page probably 2 weeks ago at this point. I think it's called the fuzz. It's a dissection of a cadaver. Talks about why cats and dogs stretch in the morning. Gives you some good references of why mobility is good for us. So what we're going to do is, in a few more stretches, lateral lunges, is we're going to do some static stretching. All right, but then after we kind of go into our standard static stretching, we're going to do a little technique, and it takes a lot of internal cueing. So I'm going to try to kind of stay on it in terms of how to cue your body. Some we might get, others we might miss. As long as we're static stretching, we're doing great. Mobility squat here, but just try to really listen to the cues, and hopefully you understand or you get something out of most of them. Probably the fanciest word I know, I pull it out when I like to impress people, called or a group of words. It's called PNF stretching. It's Proprioceptive Neuromuscular Facilitation, or PNF for short. All right, so the goal is to just kind of overload the body a little bit and get a little bit more range of motion than we typically usually would. So give me a couple of spine rockers if you can. All right, so if you can rock back, tap your toes over your head. Watch if there's anything behind you, reach forward. Do that a few more times. I think Tiffany wanted to bring our dogs downstairs who like to do mobility with us. Hi, Annie. Where she was whining. Hi, Annie. Can you get the remote while you're up, actually? The timer. And then a couple of T drills, and we'll end it there. So just kind of tap the toe up to the opposite side, about 5 on each side, 10 total. Get some stretches in. I'm wearing my comfy clothes until I warm up.
I've been wearing these clothes for like 2 days. So. There's no room for me.
We can just do some karate chops. Hi, Annie. All right, sure, just sit on me. All right, so once we're done there, we can just sit on up. Now, option 1 is if you do have a towel, you can do that. You can do this stretch. Do you have a rope or a band? Yep. Thank you. Tiffany is apparently my assistant. You can do the stretch laying down. All right, and it's almost a little more user-friendly to be able to do it like this. If not, that's totally fine. Again, I didn't warn you. So I'm going to perform the stretch sitting. So we're going to just kind of go through the big major muscle groups of the body, starting with a hamstring stretch. So I'm just going to have my left leg out in front of me, sitting up nice and tall. Where'd that timer go? What's that? If Tiffany will show the laying back version of the hamstring stretch, yes, thank you, Tiffany. All right, and we're just going to start holding for about 60 seconds. I'm going to talk you through what PNF stretching is, all right, throughout those 60 seconds. So first thing is just kind of square up your shoulders, lean in a little bit. Kind of the rules of stretching are whenever you engage one muscle group, the opposite side is forced to relax. So if I'm trying to fire my quad right now, squeeze my kneecap tight, it's forcing the back of my knee and my hamstrings to stretch out a little bit more and just try to grow. Right, there's a couple of safety mechanisms that we bypass at about 30 to 45 second mark where we can get in a little bit deeper. I call it kind of second gear. All right, but so we're going to do that at a minimum. So just starting with this left leg, just stretching. But the PNF part of it, this is where some cueing is going to happen. So what's going to happen is we're going to use this 5-second, 10-second pattern. And what I mean by that is when I say flex, I want you to flex the muscle that we're trying to stretch for 5 seconds. That's going to be hard to do. I'll try to give you some cues to do it. All right, but you're going to try to squeeze real hard. So like what I would try to do is I'd try to drive my heel into the ground even though it's not going to move. I would do that for 5 seconds really hard. And then for 10 seconds, I'm going to release and go a little bit deeper. And then in this new position, I'm going to try to flex real hard, drive my heel into the floor, right, really hard, and then relax for 10 seconds, go a little deeper, and do that 3 times. If you're doing this with a towel, what Tiffany is visually thinking about is when I say flex, I want her to think about, but not actually do it, just drive for about 5 seconds and then relax and get a little bit deeper. So you stay at this new position. So you then drive for 5 seconds. Don't actually move. Don't actually move. For 5 seconds, and then relax and go a little bit deeper. So you can almost see the spectrum of the range of motion here. So we've been going over a minute now. So I want us to actually try this first one. So with my left leg out straight, if you can kind of internalize this, I want to drive down into the floor, flex for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then try to relax and get a little bit deeper. We're going to hold this for about 10 seconds. We're going to do 3 cycles of this 5 on, 10 off, okay? So each time you're trying to gain a little bit of range of motion. Again, I want you to flex, try to push your heel into the ground, squeeze hard for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, get a little bit deeper. All right, we just kind of settle in, welcome this new range of motion. All right, should be pretty aggressive here. And then the third time, drive in, flex for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax and get deepest here. So settling in, it's been almost 2 minutes in this hamstring stretch. We'll hang out here for another 10 or 15 seconds. Welcome this new range of motion. And then we'll go to the other side. So again, that cueing, it's a little bit tricky. It's easier when you have a massage therapist doing this for you. But hopefully you can kind of grasp the concept here. So I want your right leg out straight, settle in for about 30 seconds, nice lifted chest. And again, in the first 30 seconds, we're just kind of taking the brakes off, taking the e-brakes off. And then after that, we'll go through that PNF, that, again, fancy term, to just kind of bypass and trick the body. It's a pretty aggressive way to stretch. You can do it with any muscle group, but you really want to try to, it's about the cueing of it. Again, when I say flex for the hamstring, you can even think about trying to pull your knee up a little bit, like you're trying to drag your shoe in or take your shoe off, I should say. But I focus on driving my heel down into the ground. That's kind of turns on my hamstring on and shuts my quad off. So about 10 more seconds here. Again, lots of talking from me today, hopefully to cue that in. All right, and I want us to try our first cycle of this. So squeeze for 5 seconds, drive that right heel into the ground, squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax, go a little bit deeper into that stretch there. I'm gonna hang out here for about 10 seconds. And again, you can unmute me if you're like, Nick, I don't understand what you mean by flex, and I'll try to help cue you around that. Let's do our second cycle of this. So flex hard for 5, 4, 3, push that heel through the ground, 2, 1, relax, get a little bit deeper. And we're gonna settle here for another 10 seconds. All right, so at the end of the day, even if you don't understand the cueing, we're still holding this stretch for like almost 2 minutes on each muscle group, which is great. And again, flex hard for 5, 4, push through the floor, 3, 2, 1, relax, then crawl forward a little bit more. And let's hang out here for about another 20 seconds or so, just to welcome this new range of motion, lean forward. So the hamstring should feel awesome after this in terms of how far we, where we came from when we started. Right. And from here, we're then going to go to a pigeon stretch. So I'm going to keep my left leg forward, okay? I'm just going to swing my right leg behind me. All right, I'm going to make sure my leg is on the mat. All right, this one, again, we'll start in our standard pigeon. So left leg out in front. I'm going to take my right arm. I like to block my ankle, and then I square my hips up best I can here. This is my tighter side, so it's going to be a little harder. All right, I'm just keeping an eye on a clock in my scene here. So kind of settle and get yourself in this pigeon. And this time, when I say flex, it's going to feel a little bit weird. I want you to try to push your left knee into the ground, almost like you're trying to raise yourself up, like I'm lifting myself a little bit higher. And I'm going to flex for 5 seconds. And then every time we relax, I want you to take your back leg and let that right leg slide back a little bit deeper. So it's going to be flex hard for 5, and then relax and slide back a little bit deeper for 10. So make sure your right leg has some clearance behind it. We'll go off in about another 10 seconds or so once this leg is kind of initially relaxed. All right, so again, I'm going to say, ready? Flex hard for 5 seconds. Squeeze that left butt cheek. Drive that knee into that floor. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Slide that right knee back a little bit deeper. Gonna hang out in this new range of motion. All right, should be new. Should be kind of stirring the cobwebs off this. And again, ready? Flex hard for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Get a little bit deeper. Slide that right leg back a little bit further. Hopefully we're understanding our left and rights a little bit more. And then our third round, ready, flex for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, get really deep into that pigeon. We should be kind of in some new territory here. All right, and just try to relax, hang out, hit some different corners. You can kind of work to the left or right. We should feel like we've loosened up that hip a little bit on that side. Awesome, so we're gonna repeat this on the other side. So I'm gonna have you take that left leg, slide it back, right leg forward, all right? So my right side is my better side, so I can get my shin a little more perpendicular to me. I still block my hand, so my left hand is behind my ankle here just to start. So we're going to settle in for about 30 seconds. Just kind of relax the body, kind of keep the hips square. We don't want to let ourselves fall off to the right butt cheek or the right side. And again, when I use the cue flex, I want you to think about squeezing and driving that knee down into the floor. That's actually going to engage your butt cheek muscle. And then as soon as I say relax, we relax and slide the left knee back a little bit deeper. So let's give our first cycle a go. Ready? Let's start to flex, squeeze hard, press that knee into the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, get a little bit deeper, slide that left knee back. All right, and sometimes people, if they're tighter in the hip flexor, they're gonna feel it there versus the hip. I'm okay either way. But let's try to flex again. Flex that right knee into the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, get a little bit deeper. Settle for a new 10 seconds. Trying to fight this position here. And again, third round. Ready, flex for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. Should be feeling kind of extra deep here. Let's hang out here for another 10 or 15 seconds. Kind of welcome this new range of motion. Feeling more stretchable.
Yeah.
Right. As long as you cue it right, it should be effective. And even if you're not cueing it right, just hanging out in these stretches for about 2 minutes, maybe a little deeper than we usually go. All right. So from here, we're going to slowly come out of this. All right. I'm going to go to a hip flexor stretch. Okay. So our standard hip flexor stretch, you can do this against the couch if you have an edge, right? Like an edge of a wall or bench, or we can do this lunging forward. So again, I'm just going to hip flexor, especially this whole thigh is really about internal cueing and how to do it appropriately. So first, we're just going to lunge into it. Right, you can have one hand on the ground, make it easy on yourself. We're gonna just kind of, the regular cues are keep your tummy tight, keep your butt cheek squeezed to the leg that's back. So right now my right knee is back, my right butt cheek I'm trying to squeeze, and I should feel that down my thigh a little bit more. When I say flex, I'm gonna try to drive my knee into the ground. So I'm gonna try to take my right knee, push it into the ground, almost like I was doing like a hanging knee raise, but I'm trying to push it through the floor. Just a little engagement. And every time I relax, I'm going to try to pretend somebody's stepping on my butt cheek or the back leg and pushing my hips lower to the floor. So let's give that a go. Give me a flex for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Try to settle and get a little bit deeper. You really got to cue this. Focus on like those muscles pulling apart like a weird visual, but like chicken falling off the bone. Just like this pliable
I'm going to say
pulling.
like taffy.
I was going to say like taffy. I don't know. Is that creepy? Ready, flex again for 5,
Picture your
4,
muscles falling
3,
off the bone.
2, 1. Relax. I don't know. Tiffany made pulled chicken the other night, and I thought of like pulling chicken. I always wondered if we'd be more like a red meat or like a white meat. If you ate,
Depends on the person.
cannibalism. All right, drive, flex hard for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Or maybe we're more like a
We're
bison.
not poultry.
Not poultry, that's
We're
true.
a mammal.
It's probably more like a bison. More like a bison. Or a deer. Maybe we're like a deer.
Birds.
All right, so that hip flexor should be a little bit more flexible. We're gonna try this on the other side. All right, so slowly come out of that one. That one's usually a little tender to get out of. All right, it does take some upper body strength to kind of get in there. So left leg is back, right leg is forward. I'm gonna settle for about 30 seconds. She okay? Like a ticking?
She didn't have a tick.
Making sure our dog didn't have a tick.
She was like,
She's still doing the thing. I think she's just like, she probably ate cat litter. So just kind of swivel that hip, rock around. I like to wear my PJs here. So again, at worst case scenario, we're holding these stretches for 2 minutes. Best case, you're kind of understanding this PNF concept. You can do this on any muscle group, but it takes that internal cueing. So in 5 seconds, we're going to start flexing again. That means for me driving my left knee into the ground. So let's start flexing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Slide that knee back a little bit, or just lunge forward a little bit more. And I'm talking like centimeters when I say forward more. And then again, flex hard for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Get a little bit deeper in there.
we lost Landry.
Oh, bye, Landry.
I just see the big ass fan in the background.
Oh, maybe he's
Oh,
actually
there
going
he
to work.
is.
Oh, you
He's
didn't
still
lose him.
there.
He just dropped his phone. And then third cycle, drive that knee into the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, get really deep, and let's settle here again for 20 seconds, maybe more. Kind of owning this new range of motion. So we're acquiring this new range of motion. We're getting maybe deeper in a stretch than we otherwise would have. Now trying to own it by hanging out there just a little bit longer. I guess we'll go with the muscles pulling apart like warm taffy. Slowly come out of that. All right. So again, I love thinking of the hips as 4 domains. We have the front, we have the back, we have the outside and the inside. So we've done the front, the outside, the back. We're going to do the inside. So we're going to go to our frog stretch, everyone's favorite. Get settled here. So you don't have to turn your mat. I'm going to turn mine for visual purposes here. So we want our knees out nice and wide. We want my feet ideally wider than my knees. So you should be able to see my feet within the frame. You shouldn't see my feet hidden behind me here. And then I'm just going to dive on my elbows, and I'm just going to try to push my butt back, all right, further away from the camera. All right, and now this time we're relaxing. We're going to settle here for about 30, 40 seconds. When I say flex, we're simply going to try to close our knees together. Like we're going to slide up off the mat without actually doing that, just engaging a little bit. When I say relax, we need to slide our knees a little bit further apart, like our knees are on ice, and we're trying to separate them a little bit further. You can always enhance the stretch by pushing back more. I'm pushing my butt towards the wall behind me. So we'll go about 10 more seconds here. Just try to relax. And again, by driving our knees in, we're engaging those inner thighs, relaxing, we're stretching them even further. Ready? Flex hard for 5. Squeeze those knees in and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Slide those knees a little bit deeper or push back a little bit further. And that's round 1. Settle in there. Round 2, start to flex for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, get a little bit deeper. I'm having a hard time looking up, so if I'm looking at the ground, take no offense. Flex hard for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Settle back a little bit deeper here. And then own this new range of motion for another 15 seconds or so. Keep pushing those elbows back. All right.
Are sliding.
Huh? Hips are actually sliding a little. Sometimes the material of your pants can help assist that situation there. All right, slowly come out of this one. All right, lean yourselves forward. Now this next one, I'm going to give 2 options. If you happen to have a pole, a wall, a partner in the room, you could do this together. I want your arm up at 90 degrees. I don't know if you can see my pole here, where you can be here. If not, we're going to do it laying down. Maybe Tiffany can do the standing version, and then I'll do the laying version here. Laying down. All we want is kind of going back to our scorpion stretch here. So I'll do it with my front arm so you can see me. All right, I'm just going to try to have my arm at 90 degrees. So I'm going to say my right arm at 90 degrees. All right, and I'm going to just kind of open up. I'm pressing my left arm into the floor, rotating and trying to open up my chest a little bit. All right, if you don't feel that, you can also keep your arms straight in this position and try to open up. Either one is fine. We're just going to hang out here. And the goal is to draw my elbow behind my body a little bit. So I'm going to keep kind of lifting my chest up. Now I'm going to switch sides so I can see you a little bit better, so you can see me again, but pretend it's your right arm. So I'm just driving up. I'm trying to get my letters of my logo towards the camera screen here. Right, and I should be, as long as I'm relaxing my right arm, I should be feeling a stretch in the pec muscle at some point there. And if not, you can try this with your arms straight. If you're really flexible, your chest might be like more towards the sky. When I say flex, I'm going to take my right elbow and I'm going to drive it into the ground, like I'm doing like an old pec deck fly, if anyone's ever done that in the gym. When I say relax, we rotate a little bit further up towards the sky. Ready? Give it a flex hard for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Try to get a little bit more depth out of that shoulder. And it's kind of important that that arm's at either 90 degrees or totally out straight. Trying to feel that, visualize from the front of our shoulder to our chest, stretching out like warm taffy. Flex hard for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. You try to pin that shoulder blade back and down a little bit more. All right, this is a really tight tendon in most of us, is pec tendon. And again, flex hard for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open up that shoulder just a little bit more. And probably a more user-friendly option on a door jam or a pole like Tiffany's doing. But again, assuming that also those just have floor space here, doing both options. So we're going to slowly come out of that, switch to the other side. you should find that that opens up the arm. Again, the visualization would be trying to open that shoulder up. So with the other arm at that 90 degrees, rotating and bringing my chest up to the sky here, shoulder back and down. Just gonna let that arm stretch out for a little bit. I am applying some pressure with my front arm. So my left arm, sorry, your right arm. Your right arm is kind of pressing into the floor a little bit, trying to rotate and get that shoulder back, that elbow behind me a little bit more for my back arm here. In about 10 more seconds, we'll do our first cycle of this PNF. All right, let's give it a go. Start to press that arm into the ground, that left arm for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Try to get a little bit deeper in that stretch. Open up. Raise your chest to the sky a little bit higher. That was round 1. Round 2, press hard into the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Open up a little bit more. And feel that muscle kind of pulling apart again. Hopefully you get something out of these stretches here. And then final round, press hard for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax and open up a little bit more. Should be at our highest. Our chest logo or our logo on our shirt should be the most visible to the person next to us, or just the screen or wherever you're facing. 5 more seconds. And then we will come out of that slowly. Awesome. All right, so from here, that kind of wraps up the PNF stretches. I wanted to do a few more stretches just to kind of loosen up the body. I want us to go finish with a few more arms, and then we'll go back to our calves because our calves are always tight. So just our regular static stretches now. So all I want us to do is our classic tricep stretch. So I just want you to grab your elbow, right? Try to reach your fingertips down. We're going to hold this for 30, 45 seconds. Now, technically, I could PNF this stretch. So I'm trying to stretch out my arm and my lat. I could drive my elbow down and then pull higher. But we'll just kind of stop with the complicated stuff now and just get a good little stretch on. Again, you can stand, you can kneel. Totally your call on this. But hopefully, maybe not every stretch you understood how to cue. It takes some practice, but maybe some of them you did. You kind of understand and work with that one. If you have any questions on this, feel free to message me. You can try to explain it a little bit more, or maybe even watch you on a Zoom call to kind of cue it in a little bit better. All right, and then switch to the other tricep, other side. So I'm going to grab my right elbow, reach it back, open up, try to, again, open up this distance between my armpit, my lat, my tricep. Keep my chest as lifted as I can without tucking my chin into my chest. Kudos to everyone who did yesterday's workout, by the way. Everyone on screen looked like they were moving in fast forward, and Tiff and I, we were in like slow motion. And I don't exactly know why. We're like, oh my God. Pete's like, good job, guys. Everyone's starting the second round. I was like, still on my step ups of my first round.
Nick and I are like, what?
They're like, hey, wait, everyone's done? So I don't know. Maybe something in the air. All right, slowly come out of that. Then we're gonna go to our forearms. So again, pinkies touching, one of my favorite ones. If you're not getting comfortable with this and you have tight wrists, you should be pinkies touching, fingers facing my knees, and I'm just going to sit back. I'm going to get a little stretch going on here. All right, to enhance the stretch, I can bend my elbows more. If you can see, that creates a little bit more stretch in the front of the wrist there. All right, so by drawing my elbows back into my kind of my belly button or my hips, I get a little bit more stretch going on there. And we could technically PNF this one too. So if I said flex hard, you push your fingertips into the ground real hard for 5 seconds, you'd relax and try to settle back for another 10. Just take it at your own version here, though. We'll just settle in another 15 seconds or so. Hi, Annie. You doing good? Oh, she got the worst breath. I mean, we never brush our teeth or anything, but you know. Awesome. It's awesome. All right, so one I want you to try for the calves, and then so I think that'll conclude it for the day. I really don't know what true time it is. I'm just gonna, for visual purposes, hopefully I'm wearing shorts. All right, is they call this one the bone saw. So you're gonna stay kneeling. Okay. Now you can give up on this one. I'll give you a backup option. But the goal is, okay, I'm gonna be massaging out my right calf here. I'm just gonna have my foot relaxed. Right, toe can be in this position or up here, right? But my left shin is now the bone saw, this blade right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take it and be perpendicular to my body. Okay, so almost as if it's my foam roller. And then I'm just going to sit back, all right, and kind of work out some knots, trying to relax that right calf. I'm using the shin of my left leg to dig in there. Again, you can have your ankle flexed or relaxed, just try to settle in. And I want you to start at about the middle of the muscle belly. So from the ankle to the knee halfway, and just kind of work this mid zone here. Okay, and then you can go a little higher, a little lower, just sit on spots, just kind of do a little rocking back and forth. But again, the key being perpendicular. So my left shin bone is perpendicular to the right. Just gonna settle in. When I get to a spot that hurts, I'm gonna sit back a little bit more, kind of balance as needed.
What do you want the alternative?
Oh, the alternative to be would just be stand up and give me an old school calf stretch. If you have a post, you can put your foot up there. If not, you can give me like a, just reach one leg back, all right? And so you could stretch out your back leg. So if typical show is just kind of like stretching out the back leg there, that's going to be your alternative. If you're like, Nick, I don't really feel this bone saw stretch, right? For those who do, just kind of take it 1 inch at a time. So I'm kind of getting that left shin bone, kind of the blunt edge of a sword. Think about it like that. Working my way down my calf muscle, all right? Kind of a free piece of equipment to use for that SMR, that self-myofascial release, like we use for lacrosse balls or foam rollers. You want to try this one? Or you don't like it?
No, I do like that.
I haven't done this one in a while.
Doing this one.
Kiss my Vanna White.
Show a modification.
Soon she'll just be showing all the pregnant options only. Like, just in case we have pregnant people in the crowd. Everybody's who right now, Heather Williams has thrown it. All right, and again, you can explore, find that spot, just makes it nice and simple. Let's try the other side again. So setting this up a little bit particular again. So my left leg, all right, left leg, I'm just gonna kind of hang out here. My right shin, I'm gonna try to turn perpendicular. That's my shin bone of my right leg is gonna be kind of that blade. And I'm gonna just kind of dig and settle in wherever I feel that calf getting tight. So I'm gonna work my way down 1 inch at a time, trying to, again, leg 1, leg 2, and I'm trying to scrape or massage out that calf muscle. Some nice free equipment, i.e. our shin bone. And also a key being, relax the muscle group that we're massaging. So I want you to try to think about not flexing or engaging your right side at all. Your right calf should be numb. Your toe on your, your left leg, the leg that you're massaging, should be relaxed and not engaged. The more you fight it, just kind of like getting a massage. If you were getting your back massage and you just scrunched your neck muscles the whole time, that wouldn't be too effective. We need you to relax the muscle that we're trying to massage. Unless I say flex, like PNF stretches. So another 10 or 15 seconds. Ooh, for me, the lower I get towards my Achilles tendon, the tighter it is. Lots of stuff going on here. Again, Tiffany's showing us the pregnant green sweatshirt version.
I can still do that.
I know, I'm just kidding. And then we are mobilized, okay? So again, I think of the body as a big checklist. We want to focus on the things that are the tightest, so shoulders, all of the hips, usually the ankles, and that really doesn't leave much besides maybe some upper spine muscles and rotation. So I hope you got something out of this. Some of that bone saw going on. Oh, Steve's got his pop. Maybe they can talk to Annie. And without further, wow, look at the party we have. Here, take a photo, Tiff, so I get out. I'm going to unmute everybody, and I think it's on the dot, 7:30. Did we get anything out of the PNF stretches? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or like a medium. You understood the PNF? Awesome.
That's what you've done with partnered sweat stretches before, right?
Yeah. It's a lot easier to inflict with a partner. So like Tiffany was laying down and I'm taking her leg, and I tell her to push to my hand and release, push and relax, push and relax, push and relax. But seeing as we're all quarantined, partners might be few and far between. Listen, you get
Yeah, kitties make
One of
bad
my mini
partners.
partners to do it, but they wouldn't.
They're like, no way.
They're like, nope, we're not. We got lots of pups.
I know. How many dogs do we have on the call? Mommy. Happy birthday. Belated day, Jen.
Whose birthday?
Yes.
Whose birthday is it?
You want to come say hi?
Jen was yesterday.
Yeah. Yesterday.
And I think that's it.
Hey, Bob.
So what are we up to today? Where's the party? We got rid of the snow?
Look at that crazy hair.
Stacey, how's your head? Still good?
Still good.
Good.
Everyone see her war photo?
I didn't post it.
I actually appreciate that. Stacey was working on her dumbbell alternating snatch technique.
I'm gonna argue that point whether she's okay or not.
Arl.
That she's not okay? Is that what you said? As soon as her eyes stay dilated and she's like this for the whole day.
I'm a little crazy.
Here's G.I. Jane.
You have to like.
It was cool for a second, you know.
Everything always feels like any minor tweak during a workout always ends up screaming at you more after the workout. You're like, oh, that wasn't too bad. Like I bumped my, used a barbell for one of the workouts last week and I bumped my shin because the bar rolled back. And I'm like, eh. And I've had a scab there for like 2.5 weeks now. And I'm like, it felt like nothing during the workout.
Horrible.
Right? What's, Steve, just you, man? How's the new gym setup? Oh my God.
He brought you.
What?
This is one of our cleaning towels for the bars.
That is adorable.
And you're gonna roll yourself out.
I just remember I was petting my dog's tail the other day and I forgot I broke her tail in like October.
Yeah.
I like shut her. I like she went to go jump out of the car and I slammed the car door shut before she was fully out.
It was the worst sound ever.
It was at night, so I didn't know what was going on.
She was
So
like,
she was
like,
Oh.
the worst.
yeah, I felt pretty horrible.
Oh.
I was just petting her the other night and I felt a big bump again. I'm like, oh yeah, I did that. And then we took our cat for a walk last night.
How'd that go?
Not on leash. He just followed us
Yeah.
for like
Yeah,
over a mile.
does the same thing.
Followed us down the road.
Yeah,
in the
like we
woods.
just pat him every once under the chin and like give him little pets. And he walked like a half mile with us, half mile almost out and back. And just like 2 dogs on a leash, 2 kids and our cat.
Really, he was super cute.
Awesome.
Yeah, he was doing super quarantine.
The kids thought it was pretty fun.
Chris, you got those big ass fans at work, huh? Oops,
Yes,
sorry.
sir.
They're actually called the big
That's what they're
ASS
called.
fans. So I always forget if there's kids on. Jesse, you
Look at
solo?
those.
Where's Pistol?
He's cooking and making fun of you with you not being here.
And making what?
Making fun of you for something.
For what? Well, now I need to know. Get his butt over here and let the eggs burn.
Okay, he is.
Enough, it sounded like penis.
Oh, piano. Oh, Peter. Always keeping it PG-13.
Spoken like a true 12-year-old.
Exactly. Oh my God.
7:35. It's like 5 minutes past my breakfast time. I need to get.
Did he actually do them? Did he actually do mobility, or did he just sit there and complain?
Good, I liked it. That bone saw thing, really, I gotta start sitting like that often.
Yeah, I agree. That was a good one.
The bone saw.
Everybody, thanks, Nick.
Bye, Steve.
Steve, have a good one, buddy. Hey, when are you going to the
Bye,
mustache
Steve.
crew? You got Dan, Chris.
Have a good day, everybody.
Bye, Ash.
Ashley.
Gosh.
And then, so what are we doing with our Sunday?
Raking.
Lots of baking.
Raking leaves.
Oh,
Bye,
great.
Case.
Bye.
Oh,
Bye, Casey.
yeah. Bye, Casey.
Bye, thank you.
Yeah, it's
Bye,
a good warm up for those
Bye,
who
Jess.
enough for a run.
Bye, Jess.
Bye,
Bye,
Jess.
Kathy.
You want to get anything?
Oh,
Bye.
Kathy. No, not bye. Sorry.
You're like, see you later.
I'm going on an awkward socially distant walk with one of my friends.
Oh, there you go.
But this has been the best weekend. I caught up with a friend of mine from Vietnam before this, she lives in Vietnam before this call. And then I had a WebEx with 40 of my pals from grad school yesterday.
Wow.
40?
I had
40?
Huh?
40?
40, yeah, we had a WebEx.
Holy
It was awesome. And then I had a dance party solo, obviously, yesterday. So this has been like the best weekend ever.
I thought you should actually like Zoom a dance party. Like, okay.
I want to. I really, really want to because I love dancing and it's getting a little boring doing it alone all the time.
That's the only place I will dance. This is with my kids and when
the
like
kitchen.
when, in the kitchen when Alexa's playing and nobody's watching. And I just follow Max. Just
We
do it.
found
he does.
that we really like Irish pop music.
Irish step music.
Nope,
Pop?
Irish pop.
Okay.
Oh.
Can't go wrong with like Irish pop or step.
Yeah, it's good. We left it on all night.
You can't go wrong with Irish.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
saying.
you like gotta move or stomp something.
Like we were
You
dancing.
can't go wrong with beer, right?
I'm saying just all of Ireland, anything Irish, you can't go wrong.
It's great.
Grace is pretty partial to gagging stuff.
Chris, are you out of your robo arm?
Yes,
I didn't hear you, Dan.
How
That's a
long?
great.
feels good. Getting better.
Awesome.
Yeah. His bicep, what is it, 12 inches?
Right there.
Wow.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah, that's not too
That's
too
awesome.
bad.
That wasn't the part I ruined, though. It's the other side I ruined.
Oh, the other part of the body? Oh, the
Um,
with the long head or whatever.
Yeah.
There's the short head and the long head.
oh, there he is.
Yep.
Oh, I should
Uh-huh.
be recording you making breakfast for Quarantine Kitchen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
you guys should just go live.
do
Just
it.
Go live with Peter Mason.
No, I want to see him make that. I want to see him make his glaze. His
Oh yeah.
glaze.
He talks about it every Saturday when we're
Every-
like 20 minutes in and dying. He
These are
talks
the
about
pancakes that I make every single week.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it. That's a good idea. Thank you. Thank you.
a
There you
pancake
go,
filling.
Peter. Don't say I never did anything for you, Pete.
It can be like pancakes with Peter in like a little 15-minute
That's
bio every week.
Stace, what are you painting in your hall?
We're painting our whole foyer, like our hallway and the foyer. So Harl was up on the like pedestal
Yeah.
way up over our front door yesterday doing our ceiling. So,
I'm impressed you can leave it lie there. My kids would be like at the top.
oh my God, I'm like chasing the little one around. Stay away. We're getting it done.
Yeah, that's great.
I hate me some painting.
We're painting right now. Yeah.
Agreed.
Hate it.
Bye, Kathy.
Bye, Kathy.
Okay.
Can you still buy paint? I haven't even tried yet.
So I actually ordered it so I didn't have to go and wait. I called Home Depot and I just ordered because I knew what colors I wanted. And I just ordered it and then I was able to go and just pick it up in the service desk. So I didn't have to go around.
Do that.
Yeah,
we
we
were,
tried.
we were wondering if they would let you do that. That's a good idea.
I called and they said no. Nick actually had to go in Home Depot, but he masked.
So no, I called
That's
them and I
cool.
placed the order.
I know. We've been doing curbside pickup at Home Depot. We've been there twice because there's like a line of like 50 to 100 people,
insane.
and they'll only let so many people in the store at once. And
You have to wait like half hour to just even get in the store.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, so we just been doing curbside pickup too.
Well, and I can't move through Home Depot quickly either.
no,
Because then I get in there and I forget I wanted to look at something.
that's my problem. Tiffany doesn't let me aisle shop though at Home Depot. I always go to the hardware section.
Oh
I
my
like
God.
bolts and
She like
screws
hangs
and-
out in the hardware section forever.
Hi, Kathy.
Since
Good day.
You too, Jess.
Bye, Chris.
Bye, Landry.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
See ya.
Chris.
Bye.
all right, if we want to get a quick workout in,
All right.
probably have.
All right.
work.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you so much.
Bye. Cheers, everyone.
Thank you.
Take care.
Guys,
Bye.
Monday.
Have a good day.
Bye, Jen. Bye, Jen.
See ya.